guys, welcome back to my channel. It is me, Giselle, and I know it's been a really long time, but I got some updates for you guys. So first, before we get started, I'm so happy to hit 700 subscribers. It just makes my heart so overfilled with joy. And to my new subscribers, hello. Thank you guys for joining this lovely YouTube family that we have here. My name is Giselle, and yeah, on to the update. So like the title says, this is just gonna be like, you know, a regular smegular get ready with me. I'm gonna tell you what's been going on with my life and how I'm displaced right now. Well, I'm not really displaced, I'm just not home. Everything's going to be listed down below, what I'm using, because this is not a tutorial. This is just me getting ready, you watching and listening to my life updates. The title says I survived Hurricane Harvey. I live in the Golden Triangle, which is a triangle of cities in southeast Texas. That's like, it borders like the Louisiana border. So that's where, you know, I'm living right now. I work and everything. So if you guys have been anywhere on the internet, you have seen Hurricane Harvey and the devastation that is definitely done to Houston, but not only to Houston, but to Rockport, where the hurricane actually hit, to Corpus Christi, where the hurricane first hung out and dumped a lot of rain. And then it went to Houston, dumped huge amounts of rain. I think they said that they got like 50 to 55 inches of rain from that storm. And then it went back into the Gulf, came up and hit Beaumont, which is where I live. So yeah, it's been eventful, to say the least. I left Beaumont just before the tropical storm. It wasn't a hurricane when it hit my area. It was a tropical storm. Right now it is Friday, September 1st, when I'm filming this, and my power is out in my apartment where I live, and Beaumont doesn't have water. So all of my people that are out there, my friends, my colleagues, my co-workers, are out there without electricity. Most are out without electricity, and all of Beaumont is out of water. So it's, I don't know, it's very, I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. Like, you would never expect this to happen to you. You see this on TV all the time. Yeah, all the time with different hurricanes. I mean, 12 years ago when Katrina hit New Orleans, it's like you saw all this stuff on TV, how everybody's displaced, and I mean, you just feel like, you know, of course you feel bad, and you know, you're seeing the coverage, and you might do a couple of, you know, fundraisers or food drives to help send food down there, and then, you know, most likely go on with your life because it's not affecting you directly. So with me going through this situation right now, I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. I feel like I'm watching my life on TV, and the people that they're interviewing on TV are, you know, my friends, people I know, my friends' family members. So it's just really crazy just to see this unfold in front of my eyes. When I need to stop talking and do my face. So when the tropical storm, I'm just gonna call it Harvey, when Harvey hit Houston, and on Facebook there was a lot of people going on there asking for, you know, rescue help. You know, hey, I'm stuck in this, you know, place. Is there anybody on a boat that can come get me? And, you know, people are just sharing it, and eventually you would see it on, or I would see it on my timeline. So I'm just going through my timeline. I'm like, oh my gosh, these people, they're stuck. Their houses and homes are flooding, and you just see all this unfold on your timeline. and you're like, I wish there's something I could do, but you know, I have no truck, I have no boat, I can't swim, I don't know anybody with a boat. Like, I am really useless in this situation. Like, why am I here? I cannot do anything, and I hate that feeling. But as the storm came and passed over Beaumont, I started to see people, you know, my friends' family members, everybody stranded and asking for help to be rescued. So, I mean, it just got really surreal that it was hitting closer and closer to home, and it's starting to affect the people that I knew and loved. And again, that I couldn't do anything. I don't know, I just felt really useless and really helpless in the moment, because all I could do was share their post of them asking for help and just hope that somebody could share it again, or somebody knew, you know, of somebody else that could help. And I mean, all of my friends and my family, oh no, my friends and colleagues and everybody that I saw got rescued, and they're fine and they're okay, which I praise Jesus and thank God about, because that was stressful, just knowing that I couldn't do anything for them. But I really thank God that they are okay and they were able to get out of that situation of their flooding homes. But then, you know, their homes is flooded. So, I mean, it's just going to be a very long recovery process, just to get our lives back to normal. But like I said, I evacuated. Harvey hit Beaumont on Wednesday. I left and evacuated on Tuesday. And the water, like, it was a freaking maze to get out of Beaumont, because the way that I usually take was flooded, and I couldn't take Betty Ann. And if you guys don't know, probably not, because I don't talk about her a lot. Betty Ann is my car, and she's named after my grandmother, who I got my car from. But she is a 95 Nissan Sentra, a baby blue 95 Nissan Sentra, so with 189,000 miles on it. Still kicking strong, but I just knew driving Betty Ann through those waters would kill her. So I'm like, I can't drive my car to go home. And my original home is in Shreveport, Louisiana, which is where I am now. So luckily, my lovely parents came down to get me. He had a truck and just, you know, drove through the waters to come down and get me, because I did not want to stay here, or I did not want to stay in Beaumont through that storm. Like, it wasn't happening. So, I mean, just that whole process, the roads were starting to flood again. Once we were driving, there was like a little bit of flooding that we had to go through, which is like very, very minimal. The water was barely coming over the road, but you can see that it was starting to flood. And the rivers are starting to crest now from all of the waters flowing down. So from up north, from the storm, or for when the storm, you know, went up north and hit some of our the northern parts of southeast Texas. So the rivers are starting to, you know, crest and run down back to eventually back to the Gulf. So my emotions were, and still are, is just on like extremely high, because as of now, all of the roads to Beaumont is closed from where I'm at. So I hope the roads open back up so I can go home sometime soon. But I mean, we will see. It just depends on how fast the waters recede. And I hope that the water, the city of Beaumont's water, is turned on, you know, of course, sooner than later, because that is a lot of, like, the whole city of Beaumont is without water because the water pumps flooded and they cannot go in to repair it until the water goes down. So it's just like it's like a lose-lose situation. Like, we can't catch a break. And then turning on the news, here comes Irma trucking along in the Atlantic. So it's just like, oh my gosh, we hope that Irma doesn't hit any part of the United States. And Irma is another major hurricane. I think as of this morning, and it's Friday, if I didn't say it already, it was a stage 3, a category 3 hurricane. But by like Monday or Tuesday, it's supposed to be a cat 4. And I'm just like, she better not come here. She can't. She cannot hit any of the Gulf, because we cannot take it. We just cannot take it. And I don't know if I can go through this process again. And I don't even think I went through, like, I know I didn't. I didn't go through like a major hurricane evacuation. My evacuation was voluntary. I left because I just didn't want to be there. Like, there wasn't a, hey, you got to get out now. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts. I just didn't want to be there. That makes me like super nervous that another major hurricane is out in the Atlantic, trucking its way, making its way downtown, walking fast. I know, that was awful. Oh my gosh. I need to find a foundation that's in my color now. My tan is going away. And this foundation is no longer in my shade. This is red. Oh my god. The flooding wasn't that bad over in my side of where I stay in Beaumont. But there was a lot of flooding over in Beaumont, but thank God not in my area. I was like super worried because there is a canal that runs right behind my apartment complex. So like every day I was going through and checking that canal, checking the water levels, because I didn't want to be surprised like last minute and officials come in, you know, are knocking on my door saying, hey, you got to get out, the canal is flooding. But it was like every hour on the hour. It could be pouring, raining, thundering. Baby, I was making my way to the back of the apartments just to check on that canal, just to see the water levels. And of course it was flooded. Like, it's going, I mean, it wasn't flooded, but the waters were rising. So, I mean, I knew that. That's just given. I mean, rain was falling down. But I just didn't want to be surprised with, you know, this massive force of, I don't know, just all of a sudden here is some more water and it's flooding your house. But I am truly grateful all of my friends and family is safe. Billy, he's in Houston for his job, and he couldn't come to Beaumont because all of the major highway that's in Beaumont, I-10, was flooded, and they closed it. Like, this picture right here, this is not a lake. This is a major freeway. This is Interstate 10. You've seen this picture like everywhere, and like even some rumors saying that, oh, this picture is fake. How can this picture be real? You got to remember, there's bayous, there's creeks, there are little lakes. I mean, there's a whole ocean that's like 30 minutes away from that interstate. So, and then all of that water dumping down, having no place to go. So yeah, that interstate turned into a lake. And it's not the first time that they've closed that interstate due to flooding. So it's the first time it's been this bad. And this is the first time that I've been down here. And I've been in Beaumont for like 7 years now. But this is the first time that they closed off basically Interstate 10 from Beaumont to Houston. There's some few gaps that it's open, but majority of that interstate is closed. And that has to be like 70 miles, 50 to 70 miles of freeway that's closed. I'm so excited that I finally get to see him tomorrow. So just imagine this process without, you know, your significant other. And yeah, it's been stressful, to say the very, very least. It's been like really stressful. I have to thank God that all of my friends and family are okay. They're in good health. They might have lost, you know, some things and they're flooding, or, you know, they might have, you know, have to go through and figure out some things with their house. But I mean, those things are replaceable. You could always, you know, get new flooring or, you know, get a new couch, but we can't get another you. So that's what I've been telling most of my friends that have been affected during this storm. Like, you know, all those things are replaceable. That's what I had to tell myself with my car too, because I was super worried about my car. And I'm very emotionally attached to it, because that was like the last thing my grandmother gave to me, or she left in her will when she passed away, that I received her car. And I mean, that's like the only, it's not the only thing, but sometimes I think I make myself feel like that's the only thing I have left of her. So I have to tell myself, you know, those are material things. And even though, you know, your grandma gave it to you, it's a material thing, and those things can be replaced. We just can't get another you. And it's been like really hard for me to accept that fact, but I'm finally accepting that fact, that it's just a car. And I'm grateful that she gave that car to me, but it's just a car. So, oh my gosh, I feel like I've came through a breakthrough, because oh my gosh, when my car breaks down or anything happens to my car, I cry. And you wouldn't think I lost, you know, a person, like somebody died, how much I was crying, or, you know, how emotional I would be. But yeah, that's something that I really had to, or something I really realized during all of this process, like, things can be replaced. We cannot replace you. So I just kept telling myself that, especially, you know, I left all of my filming equipment at the house. But again, I'm on a second story, but still, like, there's tornadoes and stuff associated with the tropical storm. So, I mean, yeah, I've been praying a lot and meditating a lot, just to, I don't know, just to be at peace. Like, I even had to get off Facebook, and I felt so bad. But for my mental being and my mental state, I had to get off Facebook, because I was getting so emotional with all of the posts that I was seeing for people to, you know, come help them and help their family and their grandparents or whatever. Especially for the people that I saw that was out of town and couldn't go and check on their family members, and if the cell service was out, or, you know, they wasn't answering their phones. I was just getting really emotional, because, I mean, again, I felt helpless. I couldn't do nothing. I mean, all I could do was share their posts. So I just had to take a break from Facebook, just to get off and to collect my mental being for myself, because I could tell the weight on my heart and on my soul was just taking a toll on me, and I just needed a break. I just had to step away and be like, okay, Giselle, collect yourself, get it together, step away, and come back strong, so you can, you know, you're able to handle all of this. So yeah, that's pretty much it. For this to be like my first, hurricane experience, I wouldn't wish this on anybody because it is very stressful, and it's just the feeling of not knowing, if your family member's okay, if you lost touch. I just hate the feeling of not knowing. That's not like the bestest feeling in the world. I just want to know. Just tell me, Lord. Just tell me. I do believe God works in very mysterious ways. And I say that because I usually cannot make basketball. I usually cannot make my brother's football games because, due to work. And, during this time, during the fall semester, I'm really busy with work. Today, I'm really excited that I get to see him in a football game, which, I haven't been to since he was like a sophomore. I don't think I went to, no, I didn't go to any of his sophomore games. I wasn't able to make a sophomore game. I think I went to a freshman game when he was on JV. But I think this is my first game that I've seen him in a long time. If you guys are not following me on social media, definitely follow me on Instagram and Snapchat and Twitter. That's where I keep you guys updated the most. And definitely thank you guys that did reach out to me to check on me, to make sure that I was okay. That's so sweet of you guys. I have like the best, yes, this bee come through. But I have some of the sweetest subscribers that decided to check on me and my well-being. So I feel really grateful for you guys that was checking on me. It's so sweet. Do I want to wear lashes? Do I feel like putting on lashes? I'll be wearing lashes all day. No, I'm not that committed. I ain't doing lashes. Not that committed. Something that's been really awesome just to see and to witness. There has been a lot of people from neighboring states coming down to help, the Houston Metroplex and the Golden Triangle area. I was just looking on, of course, Facebook has been the means of knowledge and the means of communication, but I've seen people come from North Carolina. Somebody came from Missouri. That's it. Ooh, all these M's. Somebody came from Missouri down here with the boat just to help, rescue people and evacuate people out of their homes. I mean, this is what warms my heart. People coming together, seeing a need, and God putting it on their hearts to come down to help people that, of course, they don't even know. They just see what's happening. Even my hometown, some people have came down, and some volunteer fighters came down to Beaumont to help, which really warms my heart. I mean, I'm just seeing people from Texarkana, people, this group called the Cajun Navy, and it's just an organization from Louisiana that came out, and there had to be at least a good like 20 people with boats in their trucks just going by, and it's just like, wow, it really warms my heart and soul. You don't know how like happy I am to see the sun. This is I just want to go out and like sunbathe and suntan, even though I don't need to suntan because I'm already tan. But it's just, yes, the sun. Kiss me. The sun kiss. Okay, guys, so this is it. Thanks for sticking with me to the end if you did, because I know this is going to be a long, rambly video. Yeah, just continue to pray for us here down in Southeast Texas. I'll have some links down below if you do want to, if you feel in your heart that you want to help. I'll have some links down below of some local charities and some places that you can donate to, or some places that you can send non-perishable food items to in my description box down below. Thank you guys for your prayers and your warm thoughts through this whole process. I love you guys so much. Hopefully I can get back on my regular posting schedule, Sundays and Wednesdays. Right now I'm still trying to, of course, get back home and get back, you know, to my normal life as soon as possible. So if you guys can just, you know, bear with me for the next couple of days. I'm probably not going to post on Wednesday. Hopefully I can have this up by Saturday, Sunday. But like I said, I love you guys so much. Thanks for sticking with me, and I'll see you next time.